YouTube, what's going on, fellas? Ferocious Mgtow here, and I am in Brownsville at the drop yard. I've already hooked up to my empty trailer because this was just a drop and swap, or drop and hook as we call it. And I've already dropped off the loaded one. Now I'm pulling out of the drop yard with the empty tank. So I said I'll turn on the camera right quick and just show you all that I see we have a lot of European Mgtows loving the content, because not only do they get red pill wisdom, they also can see America. Yeah, they can also see America. So it's my pleasure to let you guys see what it's like. You know what I mean? Because we want to be able to draw from each other's experiences.
In 400 feet, turn right on Steel Boulevard and then turn left in 550 feet.
Okay. Yeah, we want to be able to draw from others' experience so you can, you know, have more confidence. If you see other men doing great things, it gives you the confidence to do great things. If guys are doing gutsy,
in 500 feet, turn left on.
Cut her off because she talked too damn much. You talk too much, heifer. I turn her off. I can just watch the screen to see when I'm supposed to turn. So I'm gonna ride through the town of Brownsville, Texas. Keep in mind, I'm only 5 minutes from the Mexican border. So I have to go up to Houston, Texas, which is 7.5 hours from here. So that's pretty much gonna kill the rest of my day. And I'll probably pick a load up tomorrow. Yeah, I want to say I'll probably pick up a load tomorrow. And I'm going to somewhere in Missouri. I haven't found out exactly where in Missouri I'm going, but it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Okay, you already know where I'm at. So I'm rolling. Brownsville, Texas, on my way to Houston, Texas. 7.5 hour drive. Okay, you buckle up. And it's not a whole lot of traffic out here. You know I'm loving that. You know I'm loving that. No traffic, boy. Normally when I come down here, there be so many cars that no matter what time of the day you come through here, it will be tons of traffic. I didn't even put my signal on. It's all good. There's no police around to see it, you know? So I'm gonna just ride through a little bit. I'm gonna head over to the truck stop, grab me a cup of coffee, because I didn't sleep. I don't know, it's like an uneasy sleep. I started out sleeping pretty good, then I just woke up. I just parked in maybe about 5 minutes from here. I parked for the night at a gym. Of course, you know, all the gyms are closed in America. So I figured, well, hey, ain't nobody there to tell me to move. You know what I mean? So I just pulled into the lot and camped out for the night. But it was just so quiet. I mean, normally the city, you know, you still have cars, you know, going to and fro. Last night wasn't nothing moving. It was quiet. So I kept opening up my door like, it seemed like some Children of the Corn type of situation. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing moving. I'm not used to this. So because of that, I guess for whatever reason, I couldn't sleep. So I turned on YouTube and was watching some red pill content and just, you know, getting up on my red pills early. So I'm like, well, hey. So I didn't fall asleep until about 5:30, and I had to be here at 8. But I don't try to get here right at 8 because I give the people a chance to. They open up at 8, and so I gave them a chance to open up the facility and get their coffee and get everything situated, make their few phone calls, whatever. Then I'll swing in there. So I came in at the right time because I was the only person in the yard. So I was able to get in and out in less than 30 minutes. So that was good. That way most of my day would be spent driving, which is cool with me. You know what I mean? Because it's sort of like therapeutic. You know, especially with no traffic. It's very therapeutic with no traffic. I get to collect my thoughts. I get to listen to YouTube. I just put a video on, put the phone down, put my headset on, and just listen. You know, basically like a university on wheels. I have tons of books. That's nothing I probably need to mention again, fellas. If you're quarantining, and even if you're not, whatever you're doing, we should be learning and growing as men, okay? So you can order audiobooks. Now I have the app Audible on my phone, so I get about 2 books a month, and I just listen. I can listen to basically a book in 1 8-hour shift for driving. So in the past, I used to be a traveling salesman, and I learned this from one of my old managers. He was like, turn your car, or in this case, turn my truck, or in some of you guys' case, turn your car into a university on wheels. If you listen to two audiobooks, I mean, they may run you about anywhere between anywhere between $3 up to $15. So 2 books a month, probably less than $20-something. So if you listen to 2 books a month, right, that's 24 books a year. In 5 years, depending on what subject you pick, you'd be a freaking expert, a guru. So that's the way I take red pill knowledge. You know, I try to listen to at least 2, 3, maybe 4 videos a day just to brush up. And then what I do is I take the information, and I may not agree with it 100%, but I'm sure it's usually some piece of nugget or some type of nuance that I could take from it. And, you know, the rest of it, hey, it's not my cup of tea, but I still support. I give a like, you know, I subscribe, because everybody has something to contribute in this this game we call life. Okay? So there you go, Port of Brownsville. Because you know even though there's no port here, but that's what they call this. Let me get over. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of cloudy today. Even though the temperature is high, it's 75 degrees, but it's cloudy, so it feels more like, you know, 70 or something. I'm trying to go over there. How did I miss it? Okay, I was trying to go right over there, so I don't know how I missed it. No, I guess because I forgot I told her to shut up. Maybe that's how I missed it. That's cool. I can get off and get back on. Yeah, I missed it that quick. That's crazy. But yeah, I thought maybe I'll turn it on today, show you a little bit, because I see you guys like seeing the country, seeing America, and not a problem with me. You know what I mean? I just turn it on and just, I'm driving. I'm not even looking at the camera or the phone or whatever. I'm just talking. But I figured I'd talk about how women. Yeah, I guess I'll have to make this little corkscrew turn to get right back to go back the opposite way since I missed it. Let's see. Yeah, but this is Brownsville, Texas. So I figured I want to talk about how we need to learn as men to be selfish. Because you know, for whatever reason, we've been programmed through the gardenocracy, the feminists in the state, to be generous, okay, and you know, to be kind, to be a gentleman, and almost in every case, that is turned into weakness, or is perceived as weakness, you know. And I'm trying to think, why do we continue being nice and gentle and chivalrous and kind when we don't get the same in return? You know, ain't that the definition of insanity? To keep doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. You never get a reciprocal result to your kindness. You get a thank you or whatever, and that's it. But I've noticed when we need help, or when we fall short, or when we are injured, or we mistreated, it's usually laughed at. You know, it's ridiculed. You know, we hear stuff like, "That's what you get." I'm thinking like, I was trying to be kind. There go y'all, pulling into the Loves. I need to get fuel. What's the fuel is it? 219. Do I need to get fuel? I probably do need to get fuel, don't I? No, I'm not gonna get. Am I gonna get fuel? Because I really, we get a chance to go where we want for fuel. But this is a little trick I do. I try to go to the same vendor each time I get fuel instead of jumping around and going anywhere, because then you build up reward points and you can build up shower credits. That way I can always take showers for free, because showers run about anywhere between $12 and $17 depending on where you go. So that's quite a bit of money when you figure you got to take a shower every day, you know, at least every other day. Excuse me. So I try to go to the same place. I come here as like a secondary backup. I try to go to the Pilot because I get more points there, and I think we get a better discount at Pilot than we do at the Loves. But since this is the one that's close by, I figure I'll stop here for the coffee, and then I'll just probably try to make it to, I got a half a tank. I'm trying to think, can I make it to the next stop where there is a Pilot? I think I can. Let me think. Where's the next Pilot at? All right, guys, let me look and see on my other phone where's the next Pilot at. So I'm gonna cut it off here and stop and get me the coffee, and then I'll come back and finish telling y'all the subject that we're talking about, which is how we need to start being more selfish as men. So I'll be right back with you guys. All right, fellas, I'm back. I done drank my coffee, and now I'm getting ready to head to the highway, and then on my way back to Houston, Texas. But yeah, I was saying before I went into the truck stop that we need to learn to be selfish. We need to look out for self. We need to stop being the fall guy, the nice guy, the reliable guy, the dependable guy, the guy that's in the friend zone. We need to stop that, because all we're doing is shooting ourselves in the foot as being collectively. So we have to learn to be selfish. Now, I've heard that I was selfish from a lot of people, mostly women. Never heard I was selfish from any guy other than my brother, but my brother is a drug addict, so his opinion don't count. But I've heard I'm selfish from almost every woman I've ever dated, because I put myself first, even in a relationship. Even if I'm pumping and dumping, even if I'm doing a friends with benefits, whatever I'm doing, you better believe, you know what I'm saying, FM is going to look out for self. Because that person is designed to look out for themselves. I hope this is the right way. Let's see. Hold on, fellas. Let me make sure this is the right way. Okay. For whatever reason, I never came this way before, so I hope it's okay. Texas is so huge, man. It's like every time I come, the GPS will send me in different directions, so I get kind of discombobulated, and I have to rely on the GPS to get me where I need to go, because it's just too big, man. You can't remember all these places and all these highways and all that. Some of them, I mean, the main arteries or whatever, yeah, I can remember them, but man, it's so many roads. It's just, I mean, like, wow, when did they put all these roads? Where did they put all these roads? I mean, it's roads going through this sucker everywhere. Okay. When I'm trying to save fuel or I'm trying to get around tolls, I'll always take like the back roads. Man, I'll be like, wow, I didn't even know they had a road back here. You know what I mean? They ain't got no houses back here. They ain't got nothing. I said, if I break down, there's no curb, there's no, emergency lane, there's nothing. You just got to break down in the middle of the road and put your hazards on, and people just got to, go around you or whatever. That's why I try to always keep my truck in good shape. There's some pretty houses over here, I just noticed. Garden View. I guess it's like a subdivision over here. Garden View subdivision, I guess. There go one that ain't so nice. But yeah. This is Brownsville, Texas. But yeah, back to being selfish. The reason why I decided to bring this up, because I saw a few things online this morning when I was getting my red pills, that the common theme that I noticed between different YouTubers, different videos that I see, different articles that I see, is that we are too generous, and that basically sets us up to be scammed, to be lied on, okay, to be taken advantage of. And we need to start being more selfish. This will cut down on people being able to scam us, people being able to con us, to keep us from going for the okie doke. And in the end, we're left holding nothing. We come to the table with pretty much everything. Okay? We're offering protection and provisions, right? the W's of the world don't really come with nothing. They come with a snatch that's used. More often than not, it's used. And the attitude is just off of the charts. And we're still trying to reward these individuals with our kindness, with our generosity, with our love and affection, our protection, with our finances, with our wisdom. Why are we rewarding terrible behavior? Why are we rewarding women who come to us with used up snatches? What we should do is do what we call a pre-qualification. Okay? We should do a pre-qualification. This is a sales tactic. We was always taught in sales, do not pre-qualify the customer. Okay? You don't know what the customer can afford. You don't know if they've been saving money their whole life. You don't know if they got mattress money. You don't know if they got bank accounts full of cash. You don't know if they just hit the lottery. You don't know if they just received their inheritance. You don't know if they got pristine credit. You don't know. So do not pre-qualify the customer and just go in and do a wonderful job at your presentation and show the customer how they're going to benefit from buying your product, and then close. So I'm proposing that we pre-qualify these women, okay? And basically it should go something like this. Is she a single mother? Demerit. If she is approaching the wall or beyond the wall, demerit. If her snatch is used, demerit. If she got a foul mouth, she cusses, demerit. If she smokes, demerit. If she's a lush, demerit. If she's had abortions, demerit. If she claimed that she's independent and she don't need your money, demerit. If she done chopped off all her hair, demerit. If she got 50 colors in her hair, demerit. If she wear too much fake up, demerit. Okay? If she's still contacting her ex on some we're just friends, demerit. If she hang out with a bunch of other W's that are frisky, demerit. If she tries to take a girls' night out once a week, happy hour or some type of club setting, demerit. Okay? If she's in law enforcement at any level, demerit. Okay? She got multiple baby daddies, demerit. If she's unemployed, demerit. If she's a pothead, demerit. We should run down a list in our minds while we're talking to them. We should be going down this list in our mind and checking either merit or demerit. And based off of which one has the larger tally, which is probably 99.99% of the time is going to be demerit, is going to be the column that wins out. This should give us or activate a protocol. And that protocol is, do not take this heifer seriously. Play along so you can smash and dash, pump and dump. Okay? Play along. And once you get your feel, you scratch that itch. That biological itch. Once you scratch it, find some, some excuse, or just do you. This would be the perfect time to ghost them. Don't give them any warning, just do it. That's what I do. So I think that's what we need to be coming up with, my Mgtow brothers. Okay? I think that's what we should be coming up with. A pre-qualification list, and then based off of the number of demerits and merit, it should activate a protocol, and this will keep us safe, right? Now, of course, you still got to protect yourself, because even if you're pumping and dumping, women are starting to realize, and they're starting to listen to us, and they're starting to take us seriously now. So they know about pumping and dumping. They know about smashing and dashing. So a lot of them might try to give you some and then throw around the R word. That R word and then the ape. Okay? So just protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Save your text messages. Get her to talk nasty to you through text. You know what I'm saying? Get her to expose her fantasies, her fetishes, her delusions of grandeur, right? Get her to expose all that via text. That way you got some evidence if you do decide to hit it and run, and she decide to use the R word with the word ape. Okay? Just protect yourself, because to expect men to, at least the majority of us, to forego our biological urges, I don't think it's necessarily realistic. Now, for the older guys, yeah, we done built up a discipline, a tolerance, a coping mechanism. We know how to cope. We can, throw ourselves into work. We could write a book. I just finished writing 4 of them. I haven't released them yet, but I just finished writing 4 books. I got 3 cookbooks, and I got a motivational book. So I'm debating on when I'm going to put them out. I'm probably going to try to put them out when all the dust settles, and then I want to start on my my life story, because I do have a story to tell, and I want to leave my mark. I think every man should write their story. Write your story. Leave that behind as a testament to the world that you were here, and that you mattered, and you had something to contribute to the betterment of your fellow man. Right? But yeah, I think we should come up with a list, fellas, and start being selfish. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be the one holding the empty bag in the end. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And I had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? I had to learn the hard way. So I'll probably get into how I was left holding the bag at the next Storytime Sunday. But I think it's very important because a lot of men, we all experience this being taken advantage of, and in the end end up holding an empty bag. So I think that story would basically apply to pretty much all of us. And for you young guys, if you don't get this red pill knowledge and learn how to deal with these heifers, you ultimately gonna run into the same thing and end up holding an empty bag. Because women do not care about what you're trying to build. They don't. They're looking to tear down whatever it is that you're building. That's why they want to find out what you do. The first question out of their mouth is what you do. So I try to avoid that question by saying I'm an entrepreneur. But what does that mean? I make money. I follow the trends, you know, or we can start saying I'm a stock trader. They don't know much about stocks. They don't know nothing. So we can start saying I'm a day trader selling stocks. That way you can keep your work history to yourself. Because all they're trying to do is gauge the level of income that you receive. And based off of that information, they will come up with, is this guy worthy for me to take advantage of him or not? Do we have enough expendable income for me to take advantage of him or not? And if you tell her you working at McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or Popeyes, then that means you don't have enough expendable income, so she can't exploit you. So therefore, there's no need for her to continue having a conversation with you. She's gonna ghost you. If you tell her you're some type of engineer, you're a software engineer, or you're a mechanical engineer, or electrical engineer, or you're a dentist, or you're a, X-ray technician, or you know what I'm saying? Any of the higher paying professions, she's gonna gauge what those professions make. She's gonna look at the fact either you got kids or you don't. If you don't, that means you don't have child support. She's gonna look at the fact, do you own your own home, or do you have a car, and whether those things are paid for or not. And that's gonna give her an idea, a ballpark figure, on how much expendable income you have every month. And based off of that, she'll determine if you're worthy of her taking advantage of you. So I try to avoid telling them that I own my own business. And I just say I'm an entrepreneur, which means I can do anything to make money. And my main way of making money is day trading, something they have no knowledge of. I tell them I day trade in stocks and cryptocurrency, which I do. Okay? So it's just some of the things that I'm thinking of, guys. I'm just showing y'all that I'm rolling. Okay? I haven't missed a day at work. I feel strong. I feel energetic. I'm not coughing. I'm not sneezing. I don't have a fever. I don't have no body aches. Okay? I'm rolling really good. Paycheck still rolling in. Non-stop. Haven't missed a day. So you guys that's not working, hey, do your research on trucking. This will be the time to get into it. You see the road, y'all see what I see. Got trucks out here, 1, 2 ahead of me. You got one behind me. Okay? Get to see the country. Look how big and spacious Texas is. Just, my man them over there farming. They got corn over there growing to the right of me. It's very spacious and open and luscious. No people all on top of each other here. That's why the politician says too many people. It's just the justification to commit eugenics and genocide. But okay, guys, we're at over 30 minutes. I'm gonna let it go here. I'm probably gonna turn it back on when I get to the Border Patrol checkpoint. The checkpoint is usually about, I want to say it's about maybe 50 miles from where I'm at now. So when I get to that checkpoint, I'm probably gonna turn it on just to show y'all what a Border Patrol checkpoint looks like. Okay, show you they got the dogs, they got, I mean, multiple squad cars, plenty of personnel, and just kind of let y'all see what we have to go through a checkpoint in this country. Not even near the border. It's not even near the border. It's 50, 60, 70 miles inland. Okay, probably more like 100 miles inland. But when I get close enough to it, I'm gonna turn the camera back on so we can see. So I'm gonna leave it here and just say, continue taking your antivirals. I've gave you all the videos, showed you what I'm taking. Keep up with your heat treatments. Swabbing of the nose with peroxide a couple times a week. Wear your mask. Wear your gloves or use Perel, your sanitizer. Stay away from sick people. I hope you guys are I hope some of you guys have decided to join me on my sit-up challenge. I did 50 so far this morning. So when I stop to take my break, I'll knock out the other 50. You know, I'm starting to see difference already. I'm about a week so far. I think I got maybe 6 or 7 days in so far. So my stomach is definitely tight. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna come out of this lockdown looking good because I had to reschedule my vacation. I was supposed to have left last week. I was going to Senegal, West Africa for 2 weeks. So it got rescheduled to the end of July. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that schedule. But I got to check on my passport and my visa. I haven't received it back yet because of the lockdown, shutdown or whatever. So hopefully once this thing lifts up, I'm gonna call them and find out where's my damn passport at. You know what I mean? Gotta have your passport. Gotta have your passport. But okay, guys, I'm gonna cut it off here. Subscribe. Tell a friend so they can get this red pill knowledge. And hit the like button. Everybody should be hitting the like button. You know? I know my channel is relatively new. So all I'm asking you guys to do is hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. And oh yeah, the mask. I'm looking at between $24.99 on the mask, and that's if you pay for your own shipping, or $29.99 and I'll cover the shipping. Same thing basically. So it's whatever you all want to do. But I would say probably $24.99 and then you all pay for your own shipping, because people are going to be from everywhere. So it'll be hard for me to cover it, because you got some people in Ireland, some people in the UK, you got people all around the States, New Zealand, and Australia, so I don't know what the shipping charge is going to be for these different places. And that'd be too much for me to remember and try to keep up with. So it's probably best if I just charge $24.99, and then you pay your own shipping. So I think that's what we're gonna do. $24.99, and everybody pays their own shipping, because we all over the world. So you see, I'm driving a truck for 10 to 11 hours a day. So we gotta make it simple for me to do. You know what I mean? So okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it right here. I love you all. Peace and hair grease. Okay, fellas, I'm at the Border Patrol. It came up really fast. I thought it was further in, but it is what it is. Got the little sign, prepare to stop. Prepare to stop. I should get over there. Prepare to stop. Look at all the cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cameras. I thought it was further down, but still was like 50, almost 60 miles inland. So let me see. I gotta roll my window down. This guy behind me just all up on my butt. Lane open too. One lane. Buses use right lane. Federal agents. Got the dogs. Afternoon. Absolutely. Yes. All right. That's how easy it is to get through the Border Patrol checkpoint. They got somebody detained over there. Got a brother? Got a brother over there. Detained. What's the deal with him? There you go, fellas. That's how you go through the, hold on, let me roll the window up. Hold on. The window's getting stuck for some reason. There it is. That's what you got to do to get through the Border Patrol checkpoint. I was hoping they didn't want to search me. They usually don't search black men. You know what I mean? They usually don't search us. Now, I've seen before Mexican drivers come through there, and they'll make them get out and search their truck. But I've probably been through that same checkpoint at least, I want to say, probably about 15 times now. And they've never asked to look inside. They only ask me, am I a citizen? I always give them the same robotic answer. Absolutely. They ask you by yourself. Are you by yourself? Yes, I am. And they always say, all right, go ahead. You know what I mean? So I haven't been stopped in the 15 times I've been coming down to this and making this run. That's why I like making it. You know what I mean? So now y'all see what you have to do to get past a checkpoint. 50 to 75 miles inland from the Mexican border. You know, it's crazy to me, but it is what it is. So I just wanted to show y'all that, so that way you kind of have an idea of how to, you know, you have nothing to worry about. They didn't actually see my license. They didn't ask for no ID. They didn't, Didn't actually see my manifest. What am I hauling? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, nothing to worry about. Pull up, answer 2 questions, go on about your business. You know, and I can't not answer those questions because due to the fact that I'm not operating under my own person. I'm operating under the guise of my company. Okay? In conjunction with the company that I'm leased to. So I'm in my professional capacity. So that means I have to comply with the rules of the road, of course, federal authorities, and state and local municipalities. You have to abide by all rules and regulations when you're in your professional, commercial capacity. So you got to know these things. So if I was in my regular pickup, depending on how I was feeling that day, I might not want to answer those questions because legally that order is unconstitutional. And I would challenge that depending on how I felt and what I was trying to do if I lived down this way, because I could definitely challenge that. You know what I'm saying? It's another thing that you should study when you get time is the laws of your country, your constitution, your rights, so you can have a better opportunity to exercise your rights, not verbalize your rights. You want to be able to exercise them, okay? When you see people pulled over on the side of the road and people being shot, people sitting on the curb handcuffed, getting that vehicle searched, these are the people who have not taken the time or didn't think it was valuable or necessary to study the laws and the Constitution. Because those searches on the side of the road are illegal. And it's a way that you have to approach exercising your rights so you don't be on the side of the curb being searched. I've only been searched on the side of the road one time in my 55 years on the planet. I've been stopped, I don't know, maybe about 20 times in my life, maybe 20, 25 times I've been stopped in a vehicle. I've only been searched once. And once I realized that I didn't know anything about the law, I decided to start learning it. And now, since I've been stopped, after learning, I've been stopped and they actually searched my vehicle and I declined. I told them no, they don't have permission to search my vehicle. I don't consent to searches. But you only can exercise that when you're in your personal capacity. You're in your leisure capacity. But when you're in your commercial, professional capacity, you have to agree and abide by all of the laws, whether it's constitutional or not, whether it's color of law or not. But just wanted to go on that little tirade for you all. I probably would get into traffic stops and these type of things on how to conduct yourself and how to exercise your rights and demonstrate your rights and just not verbalize your rights in a further video, because I think it deserves its own video, because I hate when I see people sitting on the curb being humiliated and getting their vehicle searched and their rights violated. I hate to see that. So I'm gonna do a video for you guys, and that way we all can learn, because I told you we should be learning from each other. I don't like bickering and arguing and critiquing each other every move. We need to be learning. That's what this is about. All right, I'm gonna cut it off there. Love you. Peace and hair grease.